His name is Mars. Can you believe that? How cool is it that someone would be called Mars? Welcome to NYthespirit.com video channel, Mars Roberge. Hi.
Hi, David Marsden.
That's right.
I knew we were going to meet, or else we're going to meet eventually.
I'm thrilled that you made the connection. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
When you were younger, well, you're only 20 now, but when you were like
43, actually.
Oh, geez, don't tell everybody.
I can because I'm a filmmaker. I'm not the actor.
Oh, okay. I was thinking when you were like 15 or 16, I think you were a gothy person.
I was. In fact, I'm in town doing a gothic reunion DJ thing.
Are you really? Are you going to darken down your hair and put the eye makeup on?
I was going to put the eye makeup on, but the jet lag from flying around so much, I think, is going to be enough for tonight. I'll look like my own alien sex fiend.
What are you going to do about the hair? It's got to be dark, got to be black.
It's a Peter Murphy thing, I guess. He allowed me to have blonde hair.
You hung out with Peter Murphy, and now you're copying his style. Yeah. I think there's something kind of cool about that. Why were you hanging out with Peter Murphy?
Oh, he was going to be in my last film. Things didn't work out.
And this is Scumbag?
Scumbag, which our fingers are crossed. We'll have our world premiere at TIFF, at Toronto International Film Festival in September, if the gods are shining down on me. So,
well, we'll have everybody can write in and make sure that happens.
Yeah, please do that.
Scumbag is a fairly intense word to me.
It's kind of like... I had one actor say, I don't want to be in a movie called Scumbag, you know? But since I came up with that for the movie, that word's being used more and more and more and more, you know? So if that ends up becoming like a thing, I guess I'm the cause for that. But it's sadly about my life story. Before this point, yeah, with dark times in Toronto during the 90s, being a telemarketer across the street from City TV back when they were there. So
let me ask you then, what does the word scumbag mean to you?
Well, it was like, I got to watch how I say this. We're on TV.
No, it's fine. It's NY the Spirit. You can do anything you want.
Okay, well, there was a line that people used to say in the movie, in the movie Scumbag, and a lot of it's played off of people I knew, and they would say, "You're so low, you can blow a maggot." That is kind of the level of what a scumbag is. So a scumbag is a person that takes a job that they know they can't go any further down the totem pole, and they accept it, and they're used to getting yelled at all day and stuff, and it's fine. That's the job, you know. And unfortunately, that's probably like a good 70% of the jobs that are out there. Mm-hmm. So, and I also call it Scumbag because in the movie, the main character, his name is Phil, his co-star tells him, and he points at the Nick Zedd character, and Nick Zedd's in the movie. He goes, "Those guys, you and I, we're just scumbags, toner pirates. That's a real criminal, you know." So it's kind of like you're not a criminal, you're just a scumbag, like a loser. But it's kind of like a slack thing.
Give me a short synopsis of what Scumbag is all about.
It's about a boy that needs a job and finds out the job is going to cost him his life. He's a DJ, but he's not making enough money to pay the bills, so he gets a job at a telemarketing company with a lot of crazy people, drug dealers, murderers, and just keeping up with them over the course of 2 weeks causes the law to chase him down, addiction problems with his girlfriend, everything, his whole life starts falling apart where he has to try to somehow get his sanity by getting away from that world.
Does he?
Well, I'll leave that to the viewer. Let's just say it's a difficult journey he has to take because he starts to lose himself in that world.
Now that we have just a little bit of a background on Scumbag, let's have a look at the movie trailer.
I saw a psychic once. He said I had a black aura, was afraid to talk to me, and gave me my money back.
So, what are you in here for anyway?
Why does everybody keep asking me that like I'm in jail?
You don't seem like the rest of us.
Have you ever done phone sales before?
This is Walter Pigman. I'm half man and half pig, and I have your toner.
Your friends is annoying everybody. One of them trying to bring some booze in here.
Sorry, man. I work with them at the office.
Office?
Okay, now I feel lucky. Here comes a good sale.
I have my own job.
And my own friends.
Those cougars are so disgusting. The sex is amazing. Oh, and by the way, I have one we can double team.
All right.
You and me, bub.
No savings for you, Mrs. Crane. No savings for you!
This is my girlfriend Christine. This is Carrie. I work with her. Do I know you?
You better not touch him or I'll get you, you big meanie.
Big meanie.
This is how you become money, baby. Listen and learn.
Well, where's the money, man?
Well, why do you need money?
It's,
so
well,
much money. Man.
it's the weekend and rent and the girlfriend. You're just a drunk, burned-out DJ, bro.
No, doctors test up on me for money. Oh, you're the guinea pig. Oh, doesn't that freak you out? No, not really. It's pretty safe. I'll hook you up if you want.
You and I, we're scumbags, toner pirates. Those guys are full-on criminals.
What kind of Ferrari do you want? Me? I want a nice gray one. No need to be too flashy.
No, you're no customer, man. We got a couple of set aside for you for regular price, dude.
We live in a respectable neighborhood. I had the neighborhood watch program.
We
Tell
saw
them about the new genitalia.
just flapping in the wind.
What?
I saw it.
Disappear, scumbag.
You're calling me a scumbag? How dare you?
Stop! Whoa, and wow too. Scumbag. It looks like a movie you don't want to miss. And we're talking today to the producer, director,
Writer, editor,
everything.
caster.
Are you actually in it yourself? Do you play yourself at all?
I'm an executive producer. I got two other producers that.
Oh, I see.
Thomas Barigny and Eric Ragan. They did so much work. I'm not going to take their credit there.
Now, I know there's a lot of music.
Yeah, a lot of musicians.
Tell me about the music.
Well, you know, being in Hollywood and being a guy with no money that came from Toronto originally, I did the Ed Wood thing and I just started knocking on doors. And because I worked in New York as a stylist for Sex and the City stylist Patricia Field for 10 years, I met a lot of musicians over time and that kind of got me in the foot of the door of the music world. Mm-hmm. So musicians like to be in movies, you know. They're not going to give me the attitude of the Hollywood A-list actor who I'm going to have to go through the unions and agents and everything to even, like I had some of those were my friends and they disappeared ever since I started making this movie. It's like they're trained not to answer the calls, don't say yes to Mars or anything like that. We're famous, you know. So with music-wise, music people, I have Keith Morris from the Circle Jerks and Off. He was the original singer for Black Flag. He's in the movie. Howie Pyro from D-Generation and Danzig. I have superstar DJ Keoki. I have Toronto's pop star Spooky Rubin. I have Angela Moore from Fishbone.
Wow, that's quite a list. Didn't you start originally way back when with Keoki?
Yeah, I'm a DJ. I've been a DJ forever. I started off as a goth DJ in Toronto, then electro clash techno DJ in New York. So I've always been doing that. And the character in this movie, he's a DJ too. So Keoki, I was part of his Too Far Gone crew, kind of after Party Monster came out, and like we used to spin parties together in New York, and we still do play together sometimes.
And you're still friends?
Yeah, we're still friends. And his ex-boyfriend is Michael Allig, who they made the movie Party Monster about. And Michael Allig stars in this movie, actually.
Really?
And this was the first movie he starred in after, you know, all his escapades.
How is he doing at this point?
He's good. He's good. And this will be hopefully a new calling card in life for him. And
is he living in LA or New York?
He's living in New York. And yeah, outside of those guys, I have like porn stars like Ron Jeremy and Nina Hartley. And
Ron Jeremy. How old is Ron Jeremy?
Well, he looks like Ron Jeremy. He looks like what you would think Ron Jeremy was. And it's a weird deal for me because I've had more crazy experiences than Ed Wood making this movie, and one of them was I cast my stars, and then I found unknowns that were good actors that looked like the people I knew that this movie's about. So in doing so, one particular actor tried to pull a fast one on me, came out for 2/3 of the movie, evaded signing any kind of release forms because he wanted to be my business partner afterwards, like Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars, you know? So lucky I'm an editor, we went back and CG'd him out and recast it, but that particular actor brought Ron Jeremy to the set. I feel like he might be his uncle or something like that one night, and I'm like, well, it's 3 a.m, it's Burbank. If you're going to be here, can you at least be in the movie? You know?
And did you get him to
so then we wrote a scene.
Comfortable?
Yeah, he came out. We wrote a scene for him, and he did a great job. You know, and that was it. I'm like, wow, Ron Jeremy just showed up randomly in Burbank, middle of the night, did a scene, and left. And he's probably the biggest name in the movie. So, yeah, he was cool that way.
The musicians that you have, that you named.
Kid Congo Powers, too, he's in it.
Are they playing or are they acting?
No, they're acting.
Okay.
Yeah, not many of them are actually giving music for the movie, but I am doing a double soundtrack album. One's all the dance stuff. It starts, I call it for voguing queens and club kids. And the other is like all the rock and punk stuff, this is kind of a punk movie in a way.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Especially with Nick Zedd being in the movie. I flew him from Mexico. I was the first guy in Hollywood to ever bring him to Hollywood, really? You know, and and Nesh from KMFDM's in the movie too. He's one of the only ones that's actually doing music in the movie, and he's a musician. But I have a great soundtrack. I actually have like unreleased music by Stephen Strange from Visage, who passed away. That is going to be in this movie. It's a song he wrote. Somebody else sings, but he wrote it. And you can feel the Visage elements. And then you know, Neon Music. There's a lot of new great musicians. Like the main star is this guy named Princess Frank, who kind of rules the Silver Lake hipster area of Los Angeles. And then Neon Music, who's like, he's like the new wave. He's the Depeche Mode of now from New York, and he looks like he would be the new Dead or Alive, you know. And so he's written music, and he's acting in the movie too. Lenny D, hardcore techno. So there's a lot of dance stuff. There's over 40 original songs in this movie.
So will that turn into a soundtrack that we can actually have?
It will turn into a soundtrack, and it's kind of funny. I'm either going to release it, or another one of the actors in the movie is Tom Silverman, also known as Tommy Boy, who did Tommy Boy Records and basically invented hip hop, you know. Really? He acts in the movie, and little did I know that he used to run Warner Music and everything else. So I'm hoping he can help me like put this out somehow. If not, at least point me in the right direction to do this.
Thank you. I love your spirit.
Thank you.
And I look forward to the movie. And I look forward to the soundtrack. It's going to be fabulous.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me, David.
Scumbag.
Thank you.
Watch for it.
I saw a psychic once. He said I had a black aura, was afraid to talk to me, and gave me my money back.
So, what are you in here for anyway?
Why does everybody keep asking me that like I'm in jail?
You don't seem like the rest of us.
Have you ever done phone sales before?
This is Walter Pigman. I'm half man and half pig. And I have your toner.
Your friends is annoying everybody. One of them trying to bring some booze in here.
Sorry, man. I work with them at the office.
Office?
Okay. Now I feel lucky. Here comes a good sale.
I have my own job.
And my own friends.
Those cougars are so disgusting. The sex is amazing. Oh, and by the way, I have one we can double team.
All right.
You and me, bub.
No savings for you, Mrs. Crane. No savings for you!
What kind of Ferrari do you want? Me? I want a nice gray one. No need to be too flashy.
No, you're no customer, man. We got a couple of set aside for you for regular price, dude.
We live in a respectable neighborhood. I had the neighborhood watch program.
We
Tell
saw
them about the new genitalia.
just flapping in the wind. I saw it.
Disappear, scumbag.
You're calling me a scumbag? How dare you?